All right, folks, back at Lori Lovato's incredible D&G Pizza in Monaca. And of course, at my side, my counselor. He is attorney Greg Diolis, Diolis Law. He'll care about you, well, he'll even come to your home if need be to hear what he can do for you. And of course, Management Group, part of the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show. He was already munching a little earlier, but I will enjoy some of this. This is the classic that is D&G Pizza. The sauce incredible, the crust magnificent, and the pepperoni second to none. And of course, the home headquarters, the world headquarters, Father Dave and of course Brother Gene started it all in 1965 in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. But here in Monaca, America's oldest brewery, Yingling, part of the Pittsburgh Brewing, Iron City Icy Light brand. A little tangy, a little spicy. It is mango, good stuff.
It is good stuff, especially with the hot weather this week coming up. It's going to be fantastic.
And hometown hero, I love it. Never leave home without it, but always be responsible in the Valley. JB Taxi, and of course Uber, Yellow Cab of Pittsburgh. But speaking of warm weather, your timing is impeccable. For those of us who grew up in Beaver County, and I'm sure wherever you are worldwide, the best way to cool off, woo-woo, slush puppy. My favorite flavor.
You got a little smoke coming off there, Rob. That stuff's really good, man.
It is good. It'll be blue of a different color, blue and gold Saturday. We begin Pitt and Penn State, 96 times they've met. They haven't got together in 15 years. Noon Heinz Field. Turn the sound on ESPN down and turn Bill Hillgrove up on 93.7 The Fan. Pitt coming off a 28-7 win against Villanova. Penn State coming off of a 33-13 win against Kent State. Big story for Pitt has to be James Conner. The ligament tear, Hodgkin's lymphoma. He's back in the uniform representing the Panthers. 17 carries, 53 yards, a rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown. That was a great day for him.
It was a great day. It was a good knock the rust off day. As he got a little bit more carries, got a little bit more feel for the game. It's been 2 years or a full season since he's been on the football field, and it was good to see him get revving up a little bit. The touchdown run was very impressive. Had a couple of receptions on the day too, so that's good news for the Pitt side.
As our buddy Ted Arlen likes to say, for entertainment purposes only, it's probably changed by now, but the Panthers an early 6-point favorite. Make sense?
It does, especially in light of what Penn State's coming off of and not having had an ability to select their starting quarterback until really the last week of training camp. So they needed to get that part settled down. McSorley seemed to play pretty well against Kent State. So the Panthers will, as always, have their hands full with Penn State.
Barkley, the running back, had a touchdown, and he was talking about McSorley, their quarterback. He had 2 touchdowns. Now, Joe Moorhead, who is the O coordinator, a lot of people are saying this is the new scheme, but not really much was shown against Kent State. The question is, you think they might have been holding back a little bit?
Well, I think that, and they also needed to make sure that they were getting the fundamentals down. So you want to run everything that you know how to run and get it down right. So, yeah, but everybody's going to hold back a little bit. But you do want to show some things in there to make another team prepare. So you had a pretty good mixture there.
Nate Peterman, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns in the opener against Villanova. His season without Tyler Boyd coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, but he did use more weapons. I think he completed balls to 6 different receivers on the day. That's a pretty good mix to get that going, and utilize the tight end a lot, which they're going to need to do in this matchup.
All right, time to talk Steelers, Washington, Monday night, ESPN television. Ladarius Green, the tight end who signed with the Steelers this year, is out. A lot of people, even the great Ed Bouchette, said possibility of concussion symptoms. Earlier today, I was with Dr. Edward Snell, the Allegheny Health Network Orthopedic Institute, out at their Human Emotion Center in Cranberry. And of course in Wexford, we just had an interview a couple of weeks ago with the great Dr. Charlie Simkovich. He is a chiropractor who's been doing just unbelievable stuff as far as revolutionizing the treatment for concussions with just hands-on treatment. What do you think about the whole concussion issue? Now Dale Earnhardt Jr., NASCAR, he's out for the rest of the year, and he is everything that is NASCAR. And high school football season underway as well. You being an agent, how do you approach this?
You know, I really feel bad for these guys that are suffering from this injury, because there still is a little bit of a stigma that's attached to it that, you know, when you can't see a broken bone, you can't see a ligament that's out of place, and somebody's got a concussion, everybody's looking at them as if to say, you know, you got to suck it up and play. All you have is a headache. But the brain injury that is associated with concussion, so severe and so long-lasting, and can cripple you later on down the road. It is a good thing that these guys, like your Dr. Simkovich, is doing so much research and trying to get these things correct.
All right, Heath Miller has retired. Antonio Brown got the new deal. They restructured. He's going to get $4 million this year extra. David DeCastro, a key, working in the last year of his deal. Ben Roethlisberger entering his 13th season in the National Football League. Both these teams coming off the playoff seasons. The Steelers 10-6. What do you think of this opening?
Well, it's the Washington Redskins, so you think, yeah, coming off of kind of a down year for them, the Steelers should be able to matriculate the ball down the field, as they would normally say, especially with Ben. Had 2 possessions in the preseason, both of them resulted in touchdowns. Their offense is going to be fine, even without Le'Veon Bell and Martavis Bryant. Their offense is going to be very good. Defense, you got a new guy in there, added in with Gilbert coming over from the Cleveland Browns. Whether he'll play very much, getting to know the system is somewhat of a question. But if he's in there, the great athlete, was a #1 draft pick in 2014, should give them some help on the back end of that defense.
Steelers, what do you think they saw? Or was it more of maybe just a different location, different opportunity might bring out his true greatness in Gilbert?
Well, I think what they saw was what they loved about him originally, and that was they really liked him in 2014. He got into a system where he really maybe didn't fit well with the system and became disgruntled with the negativity around that program. And maybe when he comes in with these guys who have been winners and are consistent winners, maybe he shakes all of that off and can deliver on what the promise was back in 2014.
One of the many great employees here at D&G, Alex, shooting this right now on my Samsung Galaxy 7, and we had to wait for him. He was the most popular guy in town. This place was packed. And as you can see, folks, I couldn't even wait. I got to eat some of that pizza. Ben Roethlisberger, 43,000 yards, 272 touchdowns, only 147 interceptions. I know some of you may say that's high, but when you look at the overall statistics, he's definitely worth it. He retired as a Steeler, and do you think he gets one more contract out of his career?
Ooh, he's got pretty long longevity on it right now. I believe he's got 4 years left on the one that he's involved in. Whether he gets another one, and the Steelers are always smart with that in extending year over year in order to extend the money out. So he'll retire as a Steeler when he wants to do it. They'll never let him get to a situation where he goes somewhere else.
Antonio Brown coming off 136 receptions, 1,834 yards, 10 touchdowns. And how about that game last November against my beloved Raiders? Lit it up. And folks, 284 yards, receiving yards in that game. Here's the question, and we're wondering how he's going to do against Josh Norman, but it's the Steelers secondary that concerns me, and Artie Burns is the kid out of Miami, number 25 overall in the first round. Where is he at? And of course, coming off a little playing time against Carolina in the final preseason game, but they get Gilbert, so there must be maybe a question there.
Well, no, I really don't think it's a question with Artie Burns. It's just the fact that in this league, you need 6 quality defensive backs, sometimes all 6 of them on the field when you're going with a dime defense. They do have the smaller inside linebacker in Shazier who can run like a safety. So you have those types of things that will help them. But they need in this league, you need as many quality defensive backs as you can get.
All right, let's just go through a little name game here. James Harrison, Lawrence Timmons, Bud Dupree, and Cameron Haywood. Your thoughts on those guys?
Well, unfortunately, Bud Dupree now is out for at least the first 8 weeks of the year with the injured reserve with the designation of likely to return. Hayward coming off of what they said was a high ankle sprain.
He'll be out for a while.
I don't know. Well, they haven't knocked him down as out for this week yet. So if that's going to be the case, they're going to miss a big chunk. That's tough for the Steelers. The rest of those guys that you listed on the defense, Timmons is going to have to step up because it looks like the Steelers are kind of positioning for him to go to another team at the end of this year and not bring him back. But if he really stands out, there's no reason that they can't do something different at the end of this year.
Her serve is 120 miles an hour, but this stuff being served daily is just as good. D&G Pizza. I love Serena Williams. She's making that move. 23 is what we're looking at. If she can complete the U.S. Open underway right now, Novak Djokovic looks unbeatable as well. But I just love watching her play. And they clocked her serve in that last match, and it was 120 plus miles an hour. And she's approaching her mid-30s. She's incredible.
She really is. And you know, not just on the tennis court, but the interview that she did afterward yesterday, so complimentary to every opponent that she has, and yet pointing out the fact that whenever somebody's playing against her, they're playing against their biggest match of their career. So everybody is keyed up for her, and it's got to be hard for her to get up for some of these people that maybe she's never met and never heard of. So it's interesting the way that she puts the tennis ball away.
Last thing, the Pirates lose yesterday, 12-6. Andrew McCutchen and Adam Frazier did go yard, but Adam Wainwright, 10-8 now, known for his pitching. Some say an off year for him. I'd take it, but he had 3 RBI in the game. Ryan Vogelsong goes tonight. They're 4.5 out in the wild card. What do they have to do to put the brakes on to actually have an opportunity? And the last time I checked, it is September.
Well, and Vogelsong is seemingly a guy who is a classic veteran player who can come in. And in baseball, the old saying is momentum is only as important as your next starting pitcher. If Vogelsong can come in, and the problem that the Pirates have been having is they're getting behind so early in these games. It's almost like you're looking up at too big of a deficit to overcome. If they need to win these next 2 games. And you still have mathematical possibilities, and there's no such thing as a must-win until the magic number hits 0. But if there is anything close to must-wins, it's the next 2 games.
All right, real quick. This guy is such a wonderful father. Where are you headed now?
Hannah Diulis' first volleyball game as a senior tonight against Deer Lakes.
And she goes to Carmel.
Yes.
All right, well, we wish her nothing but the best. And tell the folks why they need to come out to Coons Market on McKnight Road every Sunday. You, me, and Dvorak, and Ted Arnaud, when his schedule will allow him to come out.
We're a pretty classic, entertaining group as we sit there in the produce section and drop some knowledge on the people, and even in between. It's nice to come out and just talk to some folks as they come up and approach us in between the show that we're doing, and then get a chance to sit and have a cold one and maybe watch the first quarter this week in the cafe.
Listen, and I know that Lori wouldn't mind because she's too Italian, so we'll take care of the family. My friend Joe Dentisi, son Frank, Jody Zima, Patrice Sakuda, the entire extended Coons Market family, all of their wonderful employees have done a great job with that. And Sam Guido, the manager there, that cafe, over 600 varieties of beer. Great place to stop before you head to the stadium whenever the Steelers are at home or if you're having a party at home. And for all of your tailgate needs, no matter what, if it's a high school team, your college football team, your pro football team, all 9 of your neighborhood Coons Markets, including the one here just down the road in Hopewell Township, have everything to make it a spectacular party. To find the location nearest you, click on coonsmarket.com. Greg Diolis, Rob Pratte. I'm sorry, folks, if I got a little sloppy here, but it's just so good. Mans, D&G Pizza, Monaca, with beer now. Beer here, you can actually enjoy a cold one and a slice of pizza. They've got it on draft, too. And, of course, the world headquarters, Dave and Gene, where it all started, 1965, in the heart of Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. Good night.
Thanks, Alex.